access Airchecks. This is the Buzzard.
For good.
Warning. The Federal Communications Commission has determined the following content to be emotionally harmful.
Funny things that you think's funny aren't funny.
Give me cocks all the time. I want cocks all over me.
The Alan Cox Show kicks ass, man.
Welcome.
Show me what you got.
You're not going to see a lot of cocks on TV.
Alan Cox from the Alan Cox Show.
I don't know what it's about you, but I can't even stand your voice.
I think you're the biggest asshole alive.
It's gonna be a great show.
Let's kick it. I'll say kick it, and you'll just kick it with a tasty groove, okay? 1, 2, 3, kick it. Kick it. Come on. God damn it. Could you one time kick it? What the?
Alan Cox.
Here we go. He'll ad-lib. He'll be fine.
It's the Alan Cox Show on 100.7 WMMS.
Go. Hey, everybody. What's going on? Good afternoon. Welcome. We're back live today after the lengthy, oh, so lengthy, holiday. I still don't know what to do with myself when we're gone for, I don't know what that's a sign of, you know? There's only so many things I can occupy my time with, and under normal circumstances, 95% of my time is occupied with all this nonsense. You'd certainly never think that there was any time or thought or resources put into this based on the finished product, but, you know, what do you want from me? It's not good free time, that's what I'm saying. Hey, my name's Alan Cox. Thanks for being here. Say hi to Rob Anthony. He's back as well.
What's up, man?
We're both gone all week.
All week.
Oh.
All long, miserable week.
It was really hot. Everything I could possibly do in my yard, I did. Well, I'll tell you what, though. I ended up going a couple of times in about 2 or 3 days. I ended up taking, so we had a little cloche of baby bunnies that had dug into our backyard near the back corner of my fence. And the mom was nowhere to be seen, and so we kind of put this barricade around it because, you know, there's deer around and there's birds and there's neighborhood cats and all this crap. We have a dog, but she's an Aussie. She doesn't care about bunnies. She just make sure to go back there and kind of sniff. But, of course, my 9-year-old was obsessed with these little bunnies and going out there all the time, make sure that they were okay. But one by one, they would kind of leave or whatever. And twice in 3 or 4 days, we ended up taking partially degloved bunnies. Familiar with this?
No.
Where something got them and pulled a bunch of their skin and fur back.
Oh, no.
It was wild, yeah. So we take them. Fortunately, we live near a place called the Lake Erie Nature Center. I think that's what it's called, the Lake Erie Nature Center there in Bay Village. And so we called them. We're like, hey, we got... You know, so we're, like I said, there were 2 of them in a couple of days that I was like, did a bird try to get them? Or the people there said most likely maybe a neighborhood cat or something. But it was quite intense. So that was part of the week. There was that. One of them got away from me when I was transferring it because we had put it overnight into like a milk crate before we took it over the next morning. And so come the next morning, my daughter and I are going to take one of 2 of them over there. And it got away from me on my enclosed patio when I was transferring it from like the milk crate to like a smaller little padded cardboard box. And so you needed the Benny Hill music for your boy over here because I'm running around the patio and like my daughter's trying to help. But it's a tiny, scared baby bunny. So I'm like, well, I don't want to grip it I don't know how hard I can grip it. I don't know if you've ever heard a small animal scream, but it's no fun. And so I was like, well... ended up getting a hold of it and taking it over. And that was, but that was probably the most exciting thing that happened all week. What happened was last week was that I was going to be gone Monday. Well, we had taken Thursday and Friday off for the holiday, right? 3rd and 4th of July. Nothing out of the ordinary for that. But Monday and Tuesday, I was going to be out too because I was going to Michigan for my daughter's 21st birthday. And I had initially thought that maybe we would have something for her on the weekend, but as it turned out, no. It was going to be on her birthday, so that's fine. And so then I was talking to Rob. I'm like, well, we're not going to come back and do a Wednesday show. Right. It's ridiculous. So we took the week. I gave a toast at my daughter's birthday. It was a whole lot of her friends and some of their parents, and we were all there. And my son was there, and I gave a toast for my daughter, an impromptu toast. I hadn't planned on doing it, but she's lovely, and she turned 21, and I brought her a little shrink-wrap 12-pack of airplane bottles of 99 bananas as a goof, and I was giving a toast, and people were laughing, and I wasn't being funny, and it's been I felt like I was 15 years old. I've been doing this a long time. I am great in front of a crowd, right? I got no problem with public speaking, and I wasn't trying to be funny, and people were laughing, and I was like, oh, my God.
Did you say something that was funny?
I don't think I did. Now, listen, you know me. There is no off position on the hilarity switch. But no, really, I wasn't. And so, out of the corner of my eye, I look over and I'm like, one of her friends is like, I go, oh my God, what's happening? And so I kind of wrapped it up, and my daughter loved it, of course, but I was like, oh my God, it ruined the rest of the night for me.
Really?
Yeah. I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to get hammered because, which I didn't, obviously, but yeah, it was so weird. I haven't been in a situation like that. I mean, it was like childhood. It was so strange to me.
Was your fly down?
Nothing like that. Speaking of flies, there's one in here.
Oh, yeah.
Jesus Christ. It's
been
in here all...
I tried to get him in the beginning.
I know.
You just all open the door.
But also, I got to bring a fly swatter in because we can't just randomly be hitting things it lands on because it's all equipment, right? I can't be slamming my file folder against one of the wall monitors or the control board here or anything like that. But I saw it when Mark Nolan and I do the baton handoff here for Studio C in the morning. He opens the door, and then I come in and I shut it, and I get our lighting set up. I set up the studio for our program. And as I was shutting the door, a fly came in.
Oh,
God damn it. And so for the remainder of the morning, it's been in here, and I've been trying to...
I think Kennedy has one of those electric ones. It gets you hit it and just zap.
Oh, I thought you meant the ones that they had plugged in. And all these outlets that don't do anything.
The fly swatter that gets electric. If you touch it, it zaps you.
Oh, it's like a portable bug zapper. Is what you're saying.
I think he's got one of those in his office.
Maybe I'll ask him about that because when we were in that street side studio there, when we first came downtown, it was just nonstop flies, and. We've gotten real lucky. We've gotten real lucky in here. Oh, that what? Real lucky in here because we really don't have to contend with them that often. But, open drains downtown being what they are, Rob, sometimes you're going to have it. And sure, I was going to say first world problems, but they are quite literally third world problems. But
Jeff Goldblum-sized flies.
Really? Yes. I got a goddamn Brundle fly in here and no young, hot Gina Davis to distract me. What's going on? Anyway, hey, listen, we're back live. We'd love to have you. Let me take a break and we'll come back. I want to clarify a few things here at the top of the show. If you want to text us, 35192. You can watch the show on our YouTube channel. If you want to talk to us live, 216-578-1007 or 800-348-1007. Another chance for you to win some money. We're still doing the Buzzard bookie, so 2:30 is that next keyword for you to get $1,000 from MMS.
Our iHeartRadio Music Festival, presented by Capital One. Now, one of life's most pressing questions.
What do I like about Alan Cox?
Finally answered.
All right, I don't like much about you.
The Alan Cox Show.
On 100.7 WMMS.
216-578-1007 if you want to join us live. or 800-348-1007. Of course, we don't have anybody answering the phones, right? We don't.
I don't know. Kennedy said we were going to have somebody somewhere. I don't know.
Kat is no longer on this program. You know, it's been a few weeks, and there was no point in me making any comment to the audience until all the T's were crossed and the I's were dotted, obviously. But in the absence of me doing something, you know, people left to their own devices, this audience gets very, very persnickety, right? And so people leave comments or like, that whole thing. And I'm like, bro, it's not going to change your life at all. Hang on. Kat wasn't on the show for very long. I liked her a lot, but she was not, it became evident pretty quickly by her own admission that she was not comfortable with a lot of the conversations on this program. And so we moved on from that. So I don't have, and this is what I tell people. I go, trust me, the actual explanation is always 1,000 times more boring. Because like I said, people will engage in conjecture and all this kind of stuff because, you know, even if somebody's on the show for a short period of time, you get to know a little bit about them and the audience can really kind of take that and run with it. And, you know, it was occasionally, it looked like there might have been some opportunity there. You know, I really did want that whole thing to work with Kat, but it just was not a good fit here for her or us on this program. So obviously she is not on the phones. And I'm not picking up my own phones, Rob.
No.
I'm trying to talk to people. You know, now I can't be looking over here and see what's going on. But again, and I kind of trickled some information when people would DM me or they would text me. I go, listen, I'll tell you when I tell you, but it's super, super boring. There's no scandal. There's nothing, anything like that. Sometimes on a show of this nature, it's not, when somebody comes into this environment, it's not always going to be what they thought. Despite my best efforts, anytime we bring somebody on this program to really try to articulate to them exactly what it's going to be. There are variations on a theme, obviously, exactly what my expectations are. And a lot of times those things just don't line up. So it's better for her, better for us. And we'll move on. We'll see if somebody else wants to join the program and we'll find out. But like I said, there was nothing that was going to be salacious. And the explanation is always really, really boring. So that's why I didn't really feel any kind of pressure to... when people would blow me up, I'd be like, I'm telling you, you're not going to care. You're really not. You're not going to care. Alan, that bunny story reminds me of something that happened when I was a kid. My dad was mowing the lawn and hit a rabbit's nest.
Yeah.
A couple of them didn't make it. I'll tell you what, I was mowing the whole, we have a big backyard, and that's where they were kind of dug in. And when I was mowing this past week, I was going so friggin' slow because I'm like, where they were dug in was empty. But I'm like, they could be running around anywhere. They could be behind my arborvitaes. I don't even know. I was going so friggin' slow. I mean, these were baby bunnies. You know what I mean?
Yep. Like
for the first couple of weeks, they don't even open their eyes, let alone get mobile. And so we had already taken 2 of them in because they had partially had what the vet technicians referred to it as degloving, which you associate with human hands, hence the term, right? It's like in body horror movies, when people get the skin pulled off their hand, it's called degloving. But it's also called that in the animal community. I didn't realize that. So, hey, listen, Rob, I got to learn a couple of things, too. That was the beauty of it.
Saved a couple lives.
I got to learn a couple of things, save a couple of lives.
I had it happen last year. I think it was a bird or something got to them. But they were in my front yard. And I only knew because I got up in the morning and I saw, it looked like just a bunch of fur.
Yeah, fur. Yeah, like dust bunnies.
No.
Or, yeah.
So I went out and they were all dead.
Whoa.
I had to dig a hole. I dug a hole and I buried them. I felt so bad. Like it made me sick to my stomach. I was so sad for those poor bunnies.
Well, also, they're nocturnal. We didn't see the mom once. And there were half a dozen babies in this little nest. So I think a handful of them just split, right?
Yeah.
They moved on to something else. Greener pastures, whatever. I don't know anything about how bunnies react. I just know that our dog had alerted us to the fact that there was an animal even lying there. I don't know that we would have noticed otherwise.
Yeah, I've heard of the lawnmower thing before.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I was going so slow. I don't have some riding mower. I have a push mower. And so I'm like scanning the whole thing, every pass I take. Last thing I want to do is go into my 9-year-old and go, oops.
Look what I did.
Yeah. Hey, why is there blood and bones and fur up against the fence?
Hey, sweetheart, if you think degloving is bad, wait till you see what I did to these things.
Wow. Well, honey, nature is a cold, heartless bitch. I don't know what to tell you. It's like that Jet song. That's them singing about Mother Nature. You did get the electric fly swatter.
I got it right here.
Racket.
Yeah. Right here. Look at that.
There you go.
I wonder, does it hurt if you touch it?
Yeah, I imagine. Well, I don't know if it hurts. I mean, it probably doesn't feel great. I don't think it's enough
I thought
to
I
knock
did that
out
because I hit the button right when you did that. I was like, what did I just break?
No, I don't know. Let's touch it and find out.
Ah,
whoa!
Yeah.
You got a spark, bro.
Dude, do it.
No!
Come on.
No, look like it hurt. Did it hurt?
It doesn't feel good, but it doesn't hurt.
I'm not doing it.
Do it.
Ow! Mine didn't even spark. I didn't even get the cool
Doesn't
vision.
that hurt?
Ouch! God damn it! I didn't even get. Now it just smells like burnt finger. Oh God, it
That hurts
stinks.
way more than I thought it was going to hurt.
Dude, I got.
It does stink.
I have burnt fingertip.
Wow.
Look at that! I got a white fingertip from the burn-in. Son of a bitch! You know what? Not even 1 hour back on the air, and it's like, why did I succumb to peer pressure? Look. Yeah, get it. Oh, what is that?
I missed him.
Man.
Where'd he go?
If it was the tip of my finger, you would have gotten it. Pretend that fly is the tip of my finger and you're trying to... Did you get him?
No. Son of a bitch.
Oh, God, that hurts.
It does hurt.
God, it smells. It's like, God, it stinks.
It does stink.
I thought maybe it was just... And, you know, people are going to call us stupid, obviously, but I didn't know.
I thought it was like a little baby. I mean, look at...
Yes, enough
like
to...
relative to the size of a
kill
fly.
That's right.
Like, that hurts.
Yeah. That don't feel good.
All right, we got to find this thing.
Man.
I can't... We can't be injured and this thing live. Oh! Is he up there in the ceiling? I'm going to get him.
Did you get it? Oh, didn't get it. You got him.
Look,
hey, there we go. Take that, you dumb fly. All right, good.
Look. If you keep hitting the button, it keeps going.
Ow.
And it stinks.
Yeah, it does. Burnt finger.
Burnt fly.
I mean, Burt Finger is one of my aliases when I go and stay in a hotel. If I'm not checking in as Tux Flamingo, I'm checking in as Burt Finger.
That's so gross.
Yeah, it's gross.
Oh, it stinks. It got stuck in the inside, like the webbing of it.
Yeah.
And of course, I kept hitting the button because it's kind of
You
funny.
really wanted to give it what fur?
I wanted to make sure it was dead.
Yeah. Alan is a former rabbit hunter for 30 years. Rabbits are diurnal. All right, fine. So they can get degloved in the daytime or the nighttime, whatever. Okay, that's good. That's fine. That's one more thing I know then. So when my 9-year-old goes, oh, they're nocturnal, I go, no, they're dire. You know, people in my house love when I correct them, no matter how old they are. No, honey, they're diurnal.
Dork.
Yeah.
Nerd.
Yeah, how do you like that? To play that for my kid. I came in, we were only one day into vacation. Our last day on the air was the 27th. It was Friday the 27th, and I had some things to catch up on, so I'm in here the next morning. I'm in here the morning of the 28th. That's Saturday morning. And I went to go have a squirt before I came in here to get some more. The bleach in the men's room was so bad. I don't know what happened. I don't know if there had been just something awful that happened in there the night before, but the bleach that they had used in the men's room was so pervasive. And so I literally walked back here into the studio and it was the fumes were in my nose. I couldn't get the smell out of my nose. It was like clinging to the hairs in my nostrils. Like for 30 minutes in here, I'm working and all I smell is bleach. It was crazy. Crazy. I mean, the only reason I mention this is because there's some people who listen who have a How Are Alan's Nostrils bingo card game going on at home, and I just want to let them know. Morning, it wasn't great.
I will take bleach and all of that over anything else. I just went in there now to take a leak in the commercial break. And the one thing I forgot about, how much I do not miss warm stink of someone pooping when you go in there.
And they're always on the phone.
Always on the phone.
I love the people who are in there. They pick up the phone. They couldn't care less. Yeah, what are you doing?
Yeah, no, I'm just taking a little break from the office.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll get back in there in a few minutes.
No, I'm just taking a dump. What are you doing? Let me dial back my
No, you don't have to call me back. It's okay.
Hey, what are you doing? I'm taking a dump. No, it's fine. I can.
You sure you don't want me to call you back?
No, it's fine. Yeah, what's going on?
I mean, this can easily wait. It's just I was just wondering what
totally
you're up to.
Cool.
Okay.
No. My phone rang, and of course I picked it up.
Yeah, you sound. You feeling okay?
I wasn't before, but I am now.
Wow.
Yep.
Extra.
I just cleared out about 500 megs of space. And, I'm doing all right, man. What are you up to? Yo, we go out tonight or what?
Yeah, sounds like you're making room.
Wait, hold on. I think there's somebody else in here. Is somebody else in here?
Sir, put a little water on it.
Hey, listen. It's a public place. Everybody okay out there?
I don't want to be rude.
Hey, let me call you back, bro.
Got to do some paperwork.
Wow. Yeah, it's crazy in there.
Yeah,
and they're talking, by the way, and scene. That's me and Rob talking on the phone while I'm the guy pooping. It's always guys whose girlfriends call them or their wives. I have never once been in there and heard a dude on the phone talking to another dude on the phone.
No.
It's always a girl. What are you doing?
Yeah, okay, baby. I'll call you back.
Yeah, on speaker, so you can hear him, you can hear her.
I don't know. I was thinking maybe some chicken parm tonight.
Oh, it's not even. No. These guys are not pushing. I mean, it's all happening right there. You think they might have to push?
But yeah, man, it was hot.
Mackerel.
Whoever was in there was like actively happening.
Yeah,
and I don't understand when the courtesy flush died.
Woof.
But that's one thing I did not miss from the week. So if I smelled bleach, kudos to the cleaning people here because they.
No, listen, better safe than sorry.
Nightmares.
Yeah, I know, better safe than sorry. I was just like, wow.
Gross.
When you think it's just a poop, but it comes out like soup. Diarrhea, diarrhea. When you're talking to your mom and it dribbles from your bum. Diarrhea, diarrhea.
We're back, everybody.
When you
Boy, I miss Bobby Darin. He really did have some hits. Remember Kevin Spacey played him in the movie? Kate Bosworth? Oh, what a good time. All right, listen, I got some money here for you. It's your last of 4 keywords today. We give them to you all week long and all day long. $1,000 here, courtesy of the Buzzard bookie, so I hope you win. Good luck.
This is your chance to bet with the Buzzard bookie and win $1,000 now. Enter this nationwide keyword at WMMS.com. Bills. That's bills. Enter it now at WMMS.com.
How about those Cleveland Guardians?
Oh, boy.
I was not really paying attention, and then I kind of got back into show mode yesterday. And so I'm kind of starting to write things and lay things out for today and see what's what. And it wasn't like I took in a game or anything while we were gone. I think they were on the road the whole time.
No, we had some here.
Did we?
Yeah, they were here for that 4th of July weekend.
Oh, against St. Louis? Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. Detroit was in town. Yeah, that's right. Anyway, so I see that they lose. I go, okay. I go back another game. Oh, they lost that one too. I go back another game. I go back 10 games. Wow.
Yeah.
So they are in a full-on mid-season skid right now. Under 500, down to 4th there, above only my Chicago White Sox. That is dangerous territory to be in when you're only 10 games away from the Chicago White Sox.
Yeah, I think they've lost, 10 in a row?
10 in a row.
Yeah.
Their first double-digit skid since 2012. You know, on Monday mornings here, they have a big sales meeting out there in the suite where all the salespeople come in and they have a big rah, we're back and whatever. They have those every Monday. And I'm out there when the Mark Nolan show is on and I'm typing away and writing it at a desk while this is going on. And so a lot of times I can't help but overhear what's happening at the meeting because it's right there. And one of our sales people is, I think, part of the Guardians organization as well. And just as an anecdote, she was saying that the Guardians don't do well in odd-numbered seasons. Now, this is kind of some superstitious stuff, but it also comes down to just how it has laid out. Like 2017 is when they had that, it was like a 23-win streak or something like that. And after that, she's like, for whatever reason, they don't do well in odd-numbered seasons. So then you know what I do? I whip out my calendar on my phone. And I go, well, I asked Google. I said, is 2025 an odd-numbered year? First, I had to remember if it was what the year was, because we've been on vacation. I don't pay attention to anything. So I go, is 2020, what year is it? And then it came back and said that it was 2025. And so then I go, is 2025 an odd-numbered year? And it took a second, because this is where AI comes in really handy. It can really take these complex calculations and just spit them back out to you in like no time flat. And it said, yes, in fact, 2025 is an odd-numbered year. And I was like, wow, she's right.
But didn't they have 2 good years in a row? Or 3? They've had like 3 decent seasons in a row. Because Tito's last year, they made the playoffs, right?
Hold on, let me ask. Did the Guardians have 2 really good seasons? Yeah, Rob, it says yes. Were they in odd-numbered years? Let me ask the Google AI here. Were they in odd-numbered years? It says yes. It says that they were. Wow, okay, well then it's almost as though there's no rhyme or reason to it at all.
Because it was the first year so that would have been 3 seasons ago, the year I came here, they went to the ALCS, right?
Yeah.
And then I think they missed the playoffs, and they went last year with vote for the first year. I think, I gotta look this up, because I'm pretty sure they did like 2 or 3 good years in a row. Because that was the talk about how like they're young, they're growing. It's so weird how all this just sort of gets mixed up in your brain over time. Let's see. 2000.
Nope, it says you're right. I didn't even have to ask it. It heard you, and it says that you're right. And by the way, why was J.K. Simmons here? He threw out the first pitch, like while we were gone, right? J.K. Simmons. So I assume he's shooting something in the air. Like he had a Guardians jersey on with a Detroit Tigers T-shirt under it. Some eagle-eyed viewers were pointing that out, I guess. And I wasn't quite sure why he was here, what his connection was, or if he's just a baseball fan. And he's a name. He's a well-known actor, obviously.
Well, she's actually onto something here, Alan.
Okay.
2020, they lost to the Yankees in the wild card series. 2021, they went 80 and 82, missed the playoffs. 2022, 92 and 70, won the wild card series and lost to the Yankees in the divisional. 2023, 76 and 86, missed the playoffs. That was Terry's last season. And then last year, 92 and 69, giggity.
Nice.
And they won the ALDS, lost in the ALCS to the Yankees. So she's right. Every even year, they do well.
And the Yankees really take them to church.
Yeah.
Let me ask Google, is Rob correct? Rob, it says yes. It says you're right.
Thank God.
Wow. How about that?
That's wild.
Yeah.
Maybe there's something to it.
All right. Can we make sure that the Guardians only play baseball in even-numbered seasons? Can they take every other season off? Rob, it says no. It says they have to play every year. Oh, that stinks.
He's got to deal with it.
Everybody else is gaming the system. Why can't we literally do that with the Cleveland Guardians?
Every other season.
Right. Let me ask you this.
All right, mail it in.
Let me ask you this. Was that Luis Ortiz instrumental to the Guardians' success? Because apparently they're investigating him for gambling or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
Long suspension.
But was he instrumental in their success?
What's it say?
Oh, I was asking just a rhetorical. Hold on. Was Luis Ortiz instrumental to their success? Robin says no. Yeah, okay. Oh, so is this all wrapped up? Because all I saw was like, oh, yeah, they're kind of staying stum on what's going on with this guy. What was he betting? Is that what it was?
I don't know the entire story. I just know that they were talking about. They said more details to come. Did you?
Well, they suspended him. But
I saw that. Did you see the? Was there an update?
Could Guardians pitcher Luis Ortiz face MLB's ultimate punishment? What is the ultimate punishment?
Yeah, it says gambling
Banned
investigation.
For life?
Yeah, that's what it would be. It'd be like Pete Rose. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, gambling investigation.
Whether or not he deliberately influenced prop bets through his pitching performance.
Whoops.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
Talk about gaming the system.
The headline on this one, investigation of Luis Ortiz looks not great.
Looks not great.
Well done.
Looks not
well
great.
Done. Yeah.
Is
fantastic.
that AI slop proper English?
Yeah.
Is that syntax?
Oh, it says look not great. Even better.
Oh, Rob says no. It says that is not. Oh, the look is not great.
Looks not great.
Look not great.
Luis Ortiz look not great.
All right.
Not great.
I'm gonna lie to you. I didn't even know he's on the Guardians. I remember Luis Ortiz with the Pirates. I didn't know he was on the Guardians. I really need to start paying attention to things. This is why I can't take time off. My brain just rots. Hey, speaking of brain rot, want to go to Guar? I'll be there. Ooh, this is going to be a good one. Guar is going out on the road, and boy, I have to assume that they would love to see you there at the show. Guar on the Return of Gorgor tour. Oh, Gorgor's back. With Helmet. I love Helmet. I can't believe they're opening for Guar. The Dwarves and Blood Vultures, all new at the Globe Iron. New venue in the Flats, Sunday, September 21st. If you want to go, we'll hook you up here. AXS.com for all the details. Caller 10. The tickets are yours. Good luck. 216-578-1007 for caller 10 or 800-348-1007.
Feel the rush of letting it ride on the Nordic Darts Masters League. Or break the bank with a bet on Indonesian table tennis. The Buzzard Bookie is back with your chance to win $1,000 to blow on whatever action you're into. Always wanted to bet on the U.S. Amateur Billiards Championship? Well, now you can with money you won from the Buzzard Bookie. Get keywords at 30 past the hour and get super angry because you lost it all on women's water polo. The Buzzard Bookie on 100.7 WMMS.
Brought to you by the Great Lakes Medieval Fair. Open weekends July 5th through August 17th. Come for the food, the fantasy, the costumes, and the entertainment. Family and pet friendly. Visit medievalfair.com for themed weekends and tickets. Come to the fair.
Amazon presents
iHeartRadio app.
Call the Alan Cox Show.
Is this for real? Well, there's swearing in this. All kinds of effing and jeffing. Are you really allowed to broadcast this on the radio?
216-578-1007 or 1-800-348-1007.
To DJ Jake C, by the way, to create a composition that simultaneously disgusts and transports you, right?
It's a journey.
The subject matter couldn't be more lowbrow. But boy, you almost feel like there's a spa quality to it. There's a lot of farts in spas too, right? They get you in the right spot. It's going to happen. He and I were kind of going back and forth over the weekend. You might have been as well over that Black Sabbath farewell show. I wasn't watching any of the live stream, but it sounded like he was watching. A lot of people were. They had 5 million people watching that live stream. I don't want to dig into it yet, but we'll talk about it later on. But it was the very last Ozzy performance. And there was a real juxtaposition from the little bit I saw between how good he still sounds and obviously his physical abilities because of Parkinson's.
Yeah.
Because he was sitting there in that throne, right?
He sounded great.
It sounded great. And everybody and their mother was on this lineup. And most of them didn't get booed.
Woof.
I got an email from Riley pointing me to, that's why I led in with DJ Jake C's composition of one of our segments there. There is, Riley pointed me to my point is, Jake's got his work cut out for him now. There's a Instagram account that Riley pointed me to called Epic Fart Song Daily.
Ooh.
And
Boogie to the bang bang high. It's the kind of beat to go. It's the kind of beat to go.
Yeah. Listen, we're all just trying to make our way in the world, right?
Epic Fart Daily, is that it?
Epicfart.daily, to be precise.
Epic Fart.
Yeah, song, something like that. Epic Fart Song Daily.
Followed by the Alan Cox Show.
Hey, that's me, baby.
Follow.
Alan Cox Show on your Instagrams.
Oh, this is great.
So, yeah. Alan, my husband will occasionally answer the phone when he's on the toilet if he's at home and I'm out and about. And he'll let me know about 5 minutes into the conversation. And I'm like, okay, bye.
Yeah.
Well, right. But if he has to tell you, that means that you don't know because he's not making noise. So at least that's, whether it's by happenstance or by design, at least he's keeping it low-key silent.
Yeah.
Somebody call me AC Tinglefinger. Listen, just because I burnt my tip on that electric fly swatter.
It still feels
Rob
weird,
did
doesn't
too.
it?
Did you burn your finger?
Yeah,
I have
look.
like a small white dot. Yeah, we both burned our fingers, except Rob got a really cool spark. I didn't even get that.
You went too fast.
Well, yeah, okay.
I got the whack.
Yeah. Yeah.
I got to go pick that thing out of that fly carcass that's stuck in there. I got to get rid of that.
Leave it.
Every time
We've
someone
done
hits
our
it,
bit
it'll
for the
stink.
day. Whatever.
I was trying to be nice to everybody else. You're right. What do I care? Screw everybody else.
I mean, listen.
It wouldn't do it for me.
Well, maybe they would. Alan J.K. Simmons likes to tour ballparks. And him and his group of friends were going to different games for the teams they liked. And his friend was a Cardinals fan. That's who they were playing. Boy, imagine that. You just happen to pull into town, enjoying your hobby with someone else. But because you're famous, they go, hey, while you're here, want to throw out the first pitch? And you're not going to say no because you're there. And what good is fame if it can't afford you certain fun things, right?
Yeah.
Now, he's a Tigers fan because he's from suburban Detroit. He's from Grosse Pointe, pardon me. La-di-da.
Nice place.
Oh, yeah. Grosse Pointe.
Well, it sounds bad.
Very affluent. Well, Grosse.
Oh, well, still sounds bad.
Yes, it does.
Gross.
Grosse Pointe. Yeah, he's, yeah. Anyway, okay, well, that's why he was there, and that's why he had his Tiger shirt on underneath. Good for you. Thank you. Alan, you were asking Google if all the stuff Rob was talking about was correct, but you didn't ask the one person everybody wanted to hear from if Rob was correct. Was Rob correct?
Yeah!
All right. Was all that information correct from Rob?
Yeah!
David Lee Roth? Okay, right.
The official answer of the Alan Cox Show.
That's right. Are you certain of your data sets, David Lee Roth?
Yes, I am!
Okay, good.
He's very brushed up on everything Guardians.
I want to make sure.
I'll tell you all about it.
No, I don't have time for that, but thank you. Do appreciate it.
Yeah, quick synopsis is fine.
Yeah. Did you happen to watch? I think I've watched it one time ever, and I didn't watch it this year. It just happened to be on one year, and I watched it. The Joey Chestnut thing? The July 4th thing?
No.
The competitive eating?
Never.
All right.
That grosses me out so much. And my kids, they watch the mukbang videos.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, anything with eating and that sort of stuff, the gluttonous makes me want to throw up.
I agree, but I think if you're watching the mukbang videos, that absolutely desensitizes you to, it's like guys watch too much porn, they can't get it up in real life.
Yeah.
That would absolutely desensitize you to watching Joey Chestnut stuff his gullet with wieners. He did it again. This is a guy who said he retired a couple years ago because he got an endorsement with vegan hot dogs or something, Impossible Wieners or whatever they're called. And obviously Nathan's does the 4th of July thing, and they're like, well, dummy, we're not, he got a big payday from Impossible Dogs or whatever, so you can't blame the guy. But Nathan's is like, yeah, we're doing real meat wieners over here, so ne'er the twain shall meet. His 17th hot dog eating championship. Rob?
Yeah.
70.5 hot dogs and buns in 10 minutes. The Nathan's famous 4th of July champion of the world, Joey Chestnut.
Wow.
How do you
Champion
feel?
of the world.
I'm excited. I love being here. Man, I wish I ate a couple more. I'm sorry, guys. I'll be back next year.
Yeah.
There's a voice of a real athlete there. They'll be back next year.
All right. But it is funny because they were talking to Joey Chestnut. Somebody was doing a Zoom interview with him, and they're like, how do you prepare? And he went through his whole routine, which obviously, if you're at that level, and people can laugh and mock because it's competitive eating, right? This is why the rest of the world, well, this used to be why the rest of the world hated us. But it's a full-time job.
I try to get into what I call the cycle, where I do a practice contest. Before every practice contest, there's a cleanse, a fast, and then there's a practice, which is like a simulated contest. Then there's recovery, and the recovery is just eating super high fiber, trying to get back down to normal weight. And once I get back to normal weight, I'll go back into my cleanse again and try to build my tolerance. So it's I'm in the cycle. I'm getting ready for one. I have a practice tomorrow. And then I have a practice on Sunday.
Imagine that. Hey, I have practice eating.
Yeah. I get it.
Practice eating.
This is where this guy makes his money, so he's got to, whatever.
Was he who started competitive eating? Somebody had to hold down the grass before other people tried to blaze a trail over it.
Well, there was the Asian guy before him. Was it Kobayashi?
Kobayashi, yeah. But I thought they came up concurrently.
I
thought they were like Batman and the Riddler coming up together. And
well, you know what? I mean, you could ask your Google machine or your AI and see if it can tell you who started competitive eating.
Can you tell me who started competitive eating? Robin says no. It can't tell me that. It doesn't have that information in front of it. I guess that's the one thing that has eluded the AI.
What is the origin of competitive eating? It's believed to have begun as a result of 4 immigrants who tried to eat as many hot dogs as possible to show off patriotism.
4 immigrants? That sounds vague.
That's what it says.
Wow.
Let's see.
They didn't want to specify?
Yeah, I don't know, man.
It started so long ago. They just called them, where are they from? Who cares?
Yeah, just
called them immigrants.
Immigrants.
Yeah, they're immigrants. All right.
Let's see. 1916 looks like the origin of the patriotic contest in Coney Island. So it's been around since 1916, I guess.
Wow, okay.
I don't know. It's all just so dumb. And back then it was like, oh, I managed to get down 9 hot dogs in 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Whoa, wow. Congratulations, Charlie. That's amazing. Now this guy's putting down 80. I wish I could have put down a couple more. Sorry.
Gosh, Rob, I wonder what that would have sounded like back there in the... 5 more wieners going down his gullet. Oh, he's dipping it in chocolate. There's got to be a better solution for that. How about water? How about giant pitchers of water? Somebody should write that down.
Chugging beers.
Gross. Yeah. No new contestants. They all died of massive coronaries last year.
Oh, that's great.
Alan Luis Ortiz was betting on things like first pitch in the inning, and then he'd throw like 5 feet short from the plate.
Wow.
He threw a wild pitch on a bet he made that it would be a ball more than once. Yeah, but doesn't that just eventually screw you with the team? Like, what's the payoff there? Well, I don't know.
Because he's cashing in, right?
Yeah, cashing in, but so he's clearly not like a big money guy with the Guardians.
Or he's just
a pitcher.
stupid. I mean, you think about it, right? Like, I mean, it's the same thing people were always saying. People would fix games. They'd do this. They'd do that. He was taking prop bets.
Man, crazy.
Crazy.
If, of course, that is correct. Mm-hmm. So anyway, Joey Chestnut wins again there for the Nathan's hot dog thing. It's even stupid to describe. 1 year it happened to be on. I was at my father-in-law's house, and it happened to be on. And I kind of looked over, was like, Jesus Christ. I don't know that I had ever seen it. They just look uncomfortable, and it's just, wow.
Yeah, I can't even, it grosses me out. I was talking to a dude at a 4th of July get-together, and apparently there's something called the 999 challenge. And it's 9 hot dogs, 9 beers in 9 innings. And I was like, I could absolutely do that. And he's like, well, it's the beginning of every inning. You can't do it. You can't do it all at once. So I was thinking like you front load with the hot dogs and then just sip on the beers.
Oh, like a power hour or something?
Right. That's what I was thinking. But you have to do it at the top of every inning. A beer, a hot dog for 9 innings. I don't know if I could do that.
Oh, Jesus.
I think I could do it.
You got to hope it's a slow game.
Right. I think I could get down 9 hot dogs in like the first couple innings.
I couldn't do any part of that.
I think I could.
I couldn't eat 9 hot dogs, and I couldn't drink 9. If you gave me a day, I couldn't drink 9 beers.
Drink 9 beers.
I could not. Why do you think I drink booze?
If they were cans, you could.
Beer knocks me on my ass immediately. I drink tequila all day long.
That's the way I am. I am that way as well. Beer will mess me up. But if they're like just regular 12-ounce cans, I could do that. I could do 9 beers easy.
Wow.
The 9 hot dogs together is going to make it hard.
9.
Could you eat all 9 hot dogs at once, like a Slimer?
Just force them all in.
Yeah.
Open up the gullet.
You unhinge your jaw.
It's like a bird.
Like a snake. Yeah.